Shenington in Oxfordshire is the venue for round one of the UK Kart Series in 2025. All the action from the finals in 6 classes coming at you thick and fast, with drivers as young as 6 years of age in the Bambino class to adults in the ultra-competitive British Pro Kart Sprint Championships, where action is guaranteed. The UK Kart Series will be coming to you from circuits around the UK in 2025, starting here at Shenington for the opening 2 of 9 rounds. First race today is for the youngest drivers in the sport, starting from 6 years of age in the Bambino classes and on a split grid of Coma engines, and for the first time on TV in the UK, the battery-powered MIGHT-E class. Here's your race commentator for all the action, Jake Sanson. Jake.
Let's go then for 2024. Hendrik Svalat and Cole Parrish are going to be on the front row of the grid from Tommy Lovejoy and Matthew Pearson. Then Jensen O'Connor and Elliot Hitch in front of Alfie Ward and Jensen Hodgetts. Rounding up the top 10, it'll be Stanley Thurston and Max West ahead of AJ Halil, Buddy Dorr, Jasper Reed and Rafe Verdi. Into the MIGHT-E grid, it'll be Felix Tandy and Nico Veselovsky on the front row from Harry Voss and Luca Peed. Then Bobby Slater and EJ Dera from Frank Pearson, Oakley Howlett and Oliver Reynolds. 2 grids in 1, and it'll be a very exciting start to the season. The green flag goes, and we are under starters' orders. Good launch from Hendrik Svalat. Cole Parrish trying to go with him as they head their way towards Cafe for the first time. Looks like a little bit of a tough start for the drivers in the back end of the field as they work their way through Cafe for the first time. Svalat and Parrish have already got themselves nice and neatly on the run to station hairpin for the first time, and it looks like it could be a really exciting launch forward for them. Down to the braking zone. No big moves, although that does look like Matthew Pearson working his way forward. It does indeed. So Pearson into 3rd position. Good start then, as he has put himself now into P3 in front of Tommy Lovejoy. So a good start there from Pearson as they go through the Bruno Ferrari chicane for the first time. The MIGHT-Es should be starting, indeed they do. And it's young Felix Tandy who leads the field away in front of Veselovsky. Looks like Harry Voss trying to work his way forward into 3rd position immediately, and has done so. So a very good start already as the drivers work their way through to the hairpin at the bottom end of the circuit for the first time. Bit of a run wide there. Precarious moment as the drivers are battling away. Svalat and Parrish are allowed to have license to run, but on the exit of the final hairpin there, it was Matthew Pearson who had a bit of a run wide. Lovejoy and O'Connor are now right up his trumpet as Elliot Hitch finds himself in 6th position. Bit of a gap back to Dorr and Thurston. So still they battle away in the MIGHT-E category out of the Bruno Ferrari chicane. The Bambinos are down to the braking zone. Can Pearson hold on to this? Lovejoy is going to try and make his bid on the inside line, although that is the hard-charging Jensen O'Connor, now into 4th position. So Svalat and Parrish are already working in unison to try and get away from the pack. Good thinking from Cole Parrish. Don't battle wheel to wheel with Hendrik Svalat. Just get away from these 4 drivers. This is Pearson, O'Connor, Lovejoy and Hitch back with the MIGHT-Es as across the line. Tandy leads from Veselovsky, Voss, Peed and Bobby Slater ahead of EJ Dera and Frank Pearson side by side for 3rd position. Getting pretty tight out there as Tommy Lovejoy fancies his chances to move further forward, but Jensen O'Connor is the man standing in his way, and in his way it's Matthew Pearson. So the MIGHT-Es down to the braking zone, and it looks like Nico Veselovsky has a similar tactic to Cole Parrish in the Coma Bambinos. But Felix Tandy, son of Nick, who is the only man in history to win all 4 of the major 24-hour sports car races, Daytona, Nürburgring, Le Mans and Spa. It looks like Felix is learning from the best and certainly getting on with the job. 3rd position behind him, though. That is a very good start forward from Harry Voss, who has worked his way into 3rd position, now chasing down Tandy and Veselovsky. Could be an interesting one down to the hairpin again. Veselovsky just trying to get close enough to Felix Tandy to start threatening his authority in the lead of this race, but it is very close indeed between the 2 of them. In the background there, we've also got Bobby Slater battling away. That is the younger brother of Freddie and Alfie. Poor Adrian Slater, he had it in stereo before, now he's got it in 5.1 surround sound. Here's the battle for 3rd in the Coma Bambinos as O'Connor once again tries climbing over the back of Matthew Pearson in his determination to move forward. The Mighties are still having a great race of it for third position as well. Oh, spin right in front of the field, and that was everybody trying to go which way round. That's Max West, who is based out of Silverstone in Northamptonshire. Now he's one of the drivers in the Coma Bambinos, and how on earth the field managed to get around in there in the mighty Bambino battle, I do not know. But well recovered from Max West. Fortunately, nobody hit him. But as you can see, there is now a bit of a class battle for the lead. Felix Tandy has got a tiny bit of breathing space now on his opponents, thanks to that little break-up of the rhythm with the spin for Max West. That's Ray Verdi going across the line as he goes into another lap, but it's still very close now as we've got Tandy, Voss and Veselowski. Is that Voss going through to try and make the bid there? Well, it's very close indeed for the drivers behind, as that is the 47 shopping around. That's Jensen Hodgetts trying to work further forward. Meanwhile, in Bambinos, we've got Tommy Lovejoy still trying to get close to the man in third position, Matthew Pearson, having now got ahead of O'Connor. But it's the Cottingham superstar, Hendrix Fallat, that leads the way here from Cole Parrish. Then O'Connor, then Lovejoy, Matthew Pearson down to P5 as a result of something that went on the lap. But we've got two classes to watch. We can't see everywhere. Hitch is now sixth from Thurston, Dorr, Ward and Verdi, and we've got a terrific squabble now really battling on. Harry Voss has taken the lead then in the MIGHT-E category from Felix Tandy. So Felix Tandy really struggling to shake off Nico Veselowski, who fancies his chances now as well. In through the hairpin, bit of a run wide though from Woss. That could be enough for Felix Tandy. He's got good momentum. He chops out of the turn, goes across the line side by side, and Tandy's going to get a front fairing in front here, and so too will go Veselowski with him. So it's a real change-up in MIGHT-E. Once again, Felix Tandy hits the front from Veselowski and Harry Voss. Then it is Pede in front of Dara and Bobby Slater. So Nico Veselowski having a really good race of this, now into second position, but he will fancy his chances of going for the victory very soon indeed. Felix Tandy is a cork in the bottle for him right now, but out of the turn, Voss is trying to get in on Veselowski. And Harry Voss, who was the leader a very short time ago, now working very hard as they go through the Bruno Ferrari chicane one more time with feeling, and Harry Voss still working his magic, going side by side now with Veselowski. Going to be tight to see who's going to have the bravery into the braking zone for Wilkins, and it is going to be Voss. He gets the move then, so Harry Voss in a second position, but on the exit, Veselowski, he's able to get back alongside and level. Oh, terrific racing between these three, and this is only the first race of the season. It could go on all season long like this, with Felix Tandy really pushing his weight around at the front end. He's gained a lot of ground. These two could really do with settling their differences quickly. There's Luca Pede, and there is EJ Dara. A little further into the race, and we can see the blue flags are now needed as Fallat and Parrish are going to get around the outside of Frank Pearson through the first corner. But it's going to be very tight, and there's a new leader in the MIGHT-E Bambinos as Veselowski, who has been threatening to take the lead all the way through the race, is still there behind Felix Tandy, but it's Harry Voss who has hit the front once again. His determination and sheer grit have put him further forward. So Harry Voss is once more in charge of the MIGHT-E Bambinos category, but look at Felix Tandy all over the back of him as they go up towards Wilkins again, dives up the inside, textbook move, no problems at all, and even manages to shut down Harry Voss on the exit. So it's going to be more blue flags as Max West goes across the line, so too does Alfie Ward, and Buddy Dorr's gone through as well. But the last lap is now underway for Hendrix Fallat and Cole Parrish. This is where Cole Parrish really needs to start making this advantage he's got over the group in third position count. He wants to make that move on Hendrix Fallat, and as you can see, the Mighties are now going into their final lap as well. Harry Voss leads Felix Tandy, and they've dropped Nico Veselowski for a while now. So Veselowski has now gone well back behind the duo. But it's going to be a duel to the line then for Hendrix Fallat in front of Cole Parrish. The checkered flag flies. Parrish never got his chance. Hendrix Fallat is still the race leader in front of Cole Parrish, with Jensen O'Connor set to come home in third position. Great race, but it's not over because the Mighties are still having a great race of it, and it's going to be close now between Harry Voss and Felix Tandy. Good finishes in the lower positions. Jensen O'Connor in front of Tommy Lovejoy. with Matthew Pearson in 5th position ahead of young Stanley Thurston, who made a good recovery from his grid position to come home in P6. But where are Voss and Tandy? They're going to be 8th and 9th overall behind Elliott Hitch, and they're going to be close as they come through. They'll go out of Wilkins, and they're going to be almost together as they come off the turn. In fact, I just saw them. They're still battling. They're side by side. It's going to be time for the victory. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Tandy by 13 thousandths of a second. Nothing in between the two of them. Amazing start to the season here at Shenington. So it's Hendrix Fallat that takes the win from Cole Parrish and Jenson O'Connor. Tommy Lovejoy in front of Matthew Pearson, Stanley Thurston and Elliott Hitch. Then in the Mighties, it's just the victory for Felix Tandy. Look at that, 13 thousandths ahead of Harry Voss. Veselovsky in 3rd ahead of Luca Bede and EJ Dera.